Okay. I have kitties all around me. You cannot see them, but they are there. Three of them. Last night, just before midnight, I got a text from one of my acquaintances? Friends, maybe? I don't know. And they informed me. Well, let me take it back a little further. Around midday yesterday, I got a text informing me that two people I had previously worked with, they did not know who, had apparently tested positive for the virus. Yes. I have been in contact with somebody who is now a positive for COVID 19, although they were most likely infected after the contact. So then last night around midnight, I got confirmation of at least one name of a person who was indeed infected with the virus. So now it has a name. It has a face. It has a. This is a person I know. This is a person I've worked with. This is a person who has given me directions. They were in a supervisor role. And this is a moment where everything changes because, even with thousands and thousands of people, I believe it's 160,000 was the last total I heard, and that was a few days ago. Even with all that, it wasn't anyone I knew personally. Kitty sneezing in the background. And it not being anyone I knew personally, there was a certain air of, well, what's the big deal? And then I watched the news and I saw that there were refrigerator trucks in New York full of dead bodies, and you realize very quickly what the deal is at that point. I hadn't really thought, in America it would be that bad, but it is. And they said they had brought in hundreds of ambulances into New York to transfer patients, and there were makeshift field hospitals, and it looks like a war zone. It really does. But I don't know if any of my friends in New York are sick. And I know that people I know here are. There is a point when the problem comes home. For many people, that was when the kitty gets on the keyboard. No, you cannot be on the keyboard. I have told you this. For many people, it's when they get the letter or when they get the announcement or when they get the text. You know, 9/11 for me was the moment that I was called in to clear a building. You know, on 9/11, I'm an old man. I may not look like it, but I am officially old as of this year. On 9/11, I was in Los Angeles, and I was called to clear the Department of Public Works. And Dana, stop stomping on my keyboard. Oh, you should look at you. But that's the moment it became real for me. I was like, okay, I'm out in the middle of this. This is not something that happened to somebody else. This is something that is happening to me. So here it is. It was inevitable that somebody from one of the places I work, because I worked at a lot of places, was going to get sick. And I mean, I actually got an email a few hours ago saying that I would be returning to this place where people have been tested positive for COVID 19 tonight. So part of me feels like I'm staring at the barrel of a loaded gun. And Dana won't get off my keyboard. Oh, no. So, that's kind of the thing for me right now. I'm just sharing that with a lot of you. I'd like to know, can any of you tell me what was a moment where a problem, a situation became real, came home, came to you? That whole moment where everything changed because it became so much more personal. That's what I'd like to know today. You all stay safe out there. Remember to social distance and wash your hands. Try to keep the healthiest diet you can, because the healthier your diet is, the less likely you are to get sick. And, you know, just remember, we are in this together, even though some of us can be pretty selfish. Alrighty? Until next time, I am Richard Leland Neal.